The man at the center of this next story is Heraclio Sanchez Rodriguez. According to the authorities, from his prison cell in Northern California, he was running a drug distribution network that spanned from Mexico to Southern California and ultimately up to Alaska. What makes Sanchez Rodriguez's case so unique is that, according to the authorities, he was doing this basically all on his own. It doesn't really matter where he is physically, as long as he has that phone. Drugs command such a high markup in Alaska. You can take a quantity of fentanyl or methamphetamine or heroin in California, and if you have a way to get it up to Alaska, particularly remote areas, you can sell those drugs for much more than you could in California. So it's kind of always been a goal for a lot of drug traffickers to get a toe in the door in these remote markets. But in this case, at least according to the charging documents, Heraclio Sanchez Rodriguez didn't just get a foot in the door. He kind of muscled in on the entire market. According to federal prosecutors in Alaska, he would arrange for methamphetamine, heroin, and most of all fentanyl to be sent to Alaska, either carried by women who were flying on commercial flights, who hid the drugs in their luggage and literally within their bodies, or he would have it simply mailed through the U.S. Postal Service to big cities in Alaska like Fairbanks and Anchorage, and also much smaller villages that were on the coast or even on islands in the Bering Sea. One unique aspect of this case is that Heraclio Sanchez Rodriguez is accused of using a network composed mostly of women. The higher-ranking ones he is said to have referred to as his wives. One of the women is named Tamara Bren. She's now accused of helping him carry out a double murder of 2 women last year. It's not just the violence that this organization is accused of perpetrating. A lot of people have died from overdoses. This case shows that just because you lock somebody up in a distant prison that's, ringed with electrified fences and barbed wire, they don't just go away, especially when they have phones. They're still part of, society, and they can still put their mind to use, for good or for bad.